In Manchester, because I believe you've now got the club statement, Daniel.
Yeah, and there's some big news in it, and we'll get to that point. But let me just read it out for you, Tom. This is from Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has departed his role as head coach of Manchester United. Ruben was appointed in November 2024 and led the team to UEFA Europa League final in Bilbao in May. With Manchester United sitting sixth in the Premier League, the club's leadership has reluctantly made the decision that it is the right time to make a change. This will give the team the best opportunity of the highest possible Premier League finish. The club would like to thank Ruben for his contribution to the club and wishes him well for the future. Darren Fletcher will take charge of the team against Burnley on Wednesday. So very interesting there, Tom. He will take the team away to Turf Moor on Wednesday. Darren Fletcher, of course, part of the club's academy staff. He currently coaches the under-18s and, of course, a club legend at Manchester United. And, I mean, we're getting these developments as it happens. But very interesting that they talk about this gives them the best possible finish in the Premier League, they believe, because they are sixth in the Premier League, but maybe a readjustment of expectations, because we know this year Manchester United's target is European football, whatever form that is, but perhaps being sixth, just a few points off a top four place, they just weren't seeing that consistency in results, as I was talking about earlier. We'll bring you more as we have it throughout the afternoon.
What is your reaction to this, Adam? Did you expect it this morning?
Yes, I'm going to be completely honest. You cannot go against the board the way that Ruben Amorim did and question everything that they are doing and what their processes are, who's doing what role, who should be doing what job. Like Ruben said in that press conference, I think everybody looked at that and everyone's reaction to it straight away was he's just signed his resignation letter right there. You can't do that against the boards. Maresca literally just did the same thing with Chelsea. As soon as you mention anything above you, board level, or come to the media and do that, then that's pretty much it. I think this was on the wall.
Do you think he knew, he's looked at the Maresca situation, he's looked at the Nuno situation, and has thought, you know what, I've had enough of this. And you know, if you, as a manager, if you kind of do want the sack and you've had enough of what you're doing and where you are, you go against the board and inevitably, you know, straight away they're going to make a decision. And they've done that straight away. I think he wanted the sack.
Do you know what? I would normally argue against you, Jamie, on that because I've defended Ruben quite a bit. But this is so out of character, you're probably right, in a way, because he never ever does anything like he has done in these last few press conferences. Something definitely happened behind the scenes, and we've seen it. The last few, him walking off, for instance. Ruben's been brutally honest and answered every single question. Going back to what Jamie Jackson of The Guardian asked him in the pre-match press conference ahead of the Leeds game, where he says, I'm not going to talk about that. That was regarding his formation and transfers to fit that formation. I'm not going to talk about that. It's like, whoa. And Jamie Jackson came back at him and said, literally, that's not like you, Ruben, to not answer. So straight away, the warning sign was there. And then going after that game against Leeds, some would say that was a creditable draw. There was no reason to really go in and say what he said, but I think it was planned. It looked like he had everything laid out what he wanted to say. He had it he had it specifically laid out, I think, as well here. And I think that was the big tell. I think he actually thought, you know what? You're going to have to pay me out of here. You're going to have to sack me. And I think it was writing on the wall from them first press conferences at the back end of last week.